We got a call from a gas station clerk that said multiple people were passed out, like in the gas station bay area. I've never responded to anything like that before. Totally, freaks you out when you're like, okay, it's not just one, it's three. So I did give him Narcan. All three of them survived, but it was definitely an experience. It's not one that I will forget. I've always wanted to help people or be someone that people can count on. And I'm grateful that I landed where I did because I have the opportunity to do that every day. I think people's perceptions of law enforcement are very different than what the job actually is. It is a taking care of your community, not just enforcing the laws of the area.
My name is Dennis Lima, and I'm the sheriff of Seminole County, Florida. I knew that I wanted to serve as a police officer as soon as I was old enough to know that superheroes was not like an occupational choice that you could go, because this is absolutely a rewarding field when you can see people's lives transform in front of you. Being raised in the local area here and living in Florida an overwhelming majority of my life, it is surreal to see the changes, but particularly the drug trade and the addiction. It is a concerning time to be a child, a young adult. Still, the number one cause of death in this country is a drug overdose. If that does not horrify every single parent, including me, I don't know what will.
It's several thousand deaths related to this epidemic. It's soccer moms, it's business people, it's prominent kids that have done excellent in high school and in college, athletes. Age doesn't matter. Our youngest case, I think, is 17. Our oldest is 72. You want to break down religion, it's all religions. I mean, you just can keep going on and on. That's why the numbers are so huge. The numbers are tremendously large in this epidemic because it is absolutely affecting everybody. So it all started back in 2012. That year we had 5 people die as a result of heroin overdoses. The following year in 2013, we had 35 people die from heroin. That was a 7-fold increase. I became very interested in monitoring the situation because I felt like maybe we were finding ourselves at the beginning of the opiate epidemic, which we were. And then somewhere in the middle of all that, we started seeing that fentanyl was being mixed with heroin. Little did we know in that moment we were going to see a transition where heroin was really going to go away and fentanyl was going to be the drug of choice. That was when we saw the majority of our deaths in the opiate epidemic as it relates to my jurisdiction here in East Baton Rouge Parish, where our biggest year was 311 deaths.
So if you think about fentanyl, 100 times more potent than morphine, 50 times more potent than heroin. A microgram, not even visible to the human eye, is a lethal dose. And the drug dealers and the cartels will process this in clandestine labs, or a fancy way to say somebody's dirty bathroom, and then make pills that look like legitimate pills.
We got a call from a gas station clerk that said multiple people were passed out, like in the gas station bay area where the hoses where you would pump your gas. It's like, what? Came out as what we would call an urgent call because they did not know what was going on. I've never responded to anything like that before. Totally, freaks you out when you're like, okay, it's not just one, it's 3. So we get over there and all 3 of us have Narcan. And while those 2 attended to the male and female that were on the ground, I was attending to the gentleman that was in the truck. And he was sitting in the front seat of the truck, completely passed out. There were 0 responses from him, and I shook his arm, slapped at him. He was not responding to anything that I was doing. If you're thinking of size difference here, for reference, I'm 5'6", 140 pounds. This gentleman was like 6'2", probably closer to 180. So I had to pull him out of his truck and get him onto the ground. So we're looking at that.
Come on.
And even me pulling him out of the truck.
Come here, wake up.
Once we did that, it was apparent that he was not going to wake up with anything. So I did give him Narcan in his right nostril. And even after deploying Narcan, there was zero response from him. So thankfully, the fire department was very close by, and they all received more intravenous Narcan and went to the hospitals. All three of them survived, but the female, I went and met with her, and she told me, I thought that was cocaine, and I've done cocaine before, and that was not cocaine. It was definitely an experience. It's not one that I will forget.
He's breathing, but he's turning blue.
You know, a lot of times we talk about overdoses, and indeed, there is an overdose crisis like we've never experienced before. But I would make the argument that we have an overdose crisis combined with a poisoning crisis that's going on. We have people who are lacing other substances, regardless if that substance is legal or illegal. Somebody will smoke marijuana, never knowing that the marijuana is laced with fentanyl, and people are now going and dying as a result of it.
We've seen fentanyl laced in everything, absolutely everything. You would be hard-pressed to buy drugs in this parish that weren't laced with fentanyl. The amount of fentanyl necessary to get the effect of the fentanyl is so small that you make more money off of the same little volume of drugs. Why would you want to give somebody a drug that potentially could kill them, right? Because you're losing your client. And I'm here to tell you there's plenty of clients. And so because of that, they're not worried about the people that get lost along the way. And so, again, another point to drive home to kids, your drug dealer doesn't care about you. They don't. They care about the money that's in your pocket, and that's it.
You know, one of the strategies that we put in place here on behalf of the state of Florida is to ensure that every single drug dealer is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for murder. In many jurisdictions across the country right now, they're going out on tragic calls of somebody dying and being poisoned or overdosing on drugs. It's important to go after them and make sure that they're held accountable, because every person who receives drugs off that hot dose or hot batch, as I like to call it, is likely to experience similar fate.
The solutions to the opioid epidemic, really, in my opinion, three things. Number one, you have to flood the market with Narcan, which is the reversal agent. Give people the opportunity to survive their overdose so that they have the ability to get treatment for their addiction disorder. Number two, law enforcement really stepping up and enforcing the law and capturing the drug dealers. And then the last thing is shutting down the southern border. And I don't even mean to say that in its political connotation. A lot of times when you talk about the border, it's all about, well, politics and immigration. Really, for me, it's not that. It's that we know that this poison that's killing American citizens is coming right through the southern border.
Part of recovery is relapse. You have to be able to work past those things. But in the aftermath, you have to have the right support. If you don't have the support, you'll never get past it. And that support includes your local criminal justice agencies, the hospitals that have treated you, the mental health counselors. It includes everybody.
More than 100,000 lives have been saved with the access to and use of life-saving drugs like Narcan and Cloxato or any type of opioid antagonist. Most police departments and agencies and private citizens now are understanding the importance of having this life-saving drug.
With the opiate epidemic, guess what? Narcan became a household name. Everybody knows about Narcan, but it's a reversal agent. So what it does is it goes into the brain and competitively binds to the same area, the same receptor that the opioid is binding to. So the opioid can't bind, the Narcan does bind, okay? And now you don't get the effect of the opioid, okay? The problem is it doesn't last forever. So, especially if you have a very, very potent opioid like fentanyl. So we'll see a lot of times that people that are overdosing on their fentanyl, they'll be given Narcan, they'll reverse it, everybody's excited, yay, we saved the day, and then the Narcan wears off and the fentanyl kicks back in. So I tell people, dial 911. And it's not to get anybody in trouble and the police and all that stuff. It's to get more Narcan. That's how potent the fentanyl is, and that's why that becomes very crucial and important.
Now, knowing what I know and seeing what I've seen, it makes me more hypervigilant, I'd say, about who my children will be spending time with. That I want my children to be empowered and educated on the topics that would affect them most. And I think it's really important that we have those conversations with them from an early age.
So for me, I will never celebrate success until the number is zero. As a parent and as a law-abiding citizen and as a law enforcement professional, one is one too many. And I think that the most important aspect of a civilized society is to protect and preserve human life, every single human life. So the work will continue.